Rampage Reloaded as we're getting up for this. We have the TV champion here.
No disqualification, no count out with a 15-minute time limit.
First of two title matches here in this hour of television. What a tremendous hour we have. Adrian
Introducing
Hawkins
first,
has
he is
been
from
running
Tucson,
and
Arizona, weighing in at 191
Jeremy Bain, who has been doing everything he can to duck opportunities, to get out of opportunities to hang on to his title. But in this particular match, it's no count out, no disqualification, and a 15-minute time limit. There's going to be a winner in this time, and the greatest opportunity yet for Adrian Hawkins to become our television champion.
And very little doubt that he can get the job done. And certainly that move that he has, the unprettier, is something that the champion Jeremy Bain wants to stay way away from. Now we await the champion, who is, by the way, the master of the VDT, known as the Untouchable. Talked about ring psychology, he may be the best at it. And here he comes, the RPW television champion, the face of RPW, Jeremy Bain.
And his opponent, he is from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, weighing in at 210 pounds. Introducing the champion, the Untouchable, Jeremy Bain.
And ever since he's captured that title, it seems like it's been very hard for Adrian Hawkins to get his hands on him the way he wants to. There's always been some reason that Jeremy Bain has held onto that title. However, he has come up short as far as defeating Adrian Hawkins fair and square in the ring. So let's see what the champion's made of when the odds are stacked against him.
Well, in fact, the last match that we saw between these two, it looked like Hawkins had a real opportunity to beat him. Then all of a sudden, Jeremy Bain, who had tried to grab the belt early in the match, grabbed the belt, threw it at Hawkins, fell down on the ground, and when the referee turned, he saw the belt in Adrian Hawkins' hands, the champion down, assumed that belt had been used and disqualified Adrian Hawkins, but that's not going to happen tonight. If somebody goes for a belt, there's no disqualification. If somebody chokes, there's no disqualification.
Checking the door, you think he's trying to find a way to exit?
Well, this literally could go all over the building because there's no count out.
I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to run out the emergency exit, but there's no count out, so I guess the camera would have to go with him. And Hawkins, set and ready. This all-important RPW TV title match. And it looks like Jeremy Bain's quick on his feet here. I do believe that Adrian Hawkins is ready and has good intentions of leaving here on this program with the RPW television title around his waist. Remember, these two guys were actually former tag team, and that didn't work out too well when the attitude of Jeremy Bain got in the way. And then once Jeremy Bain captured that title, the way that he attacked and injured J-Rod, certainly it was not to the liking of Adrian Hawkins, and ever since then, he has been intent on correcting the situation, and I believe it would come full circle should Adrian Hawkins capture that coveted RPW TV title. And you can tell right there that Jeremy Bain loves that belt, and I think he loves looking at the reflection from the belt at himself. Referee now calling for the bell, and this is a title match. No count out, no disqualification. There will be a winner, 15-minute time limit, and on the floor, a Donnybrook brawl going on.
And this is perfectly okay for this particular match. This match has no count out. Referee's got an easy night. Really, the only thing he's going to have to do is count to three. Inevitably, when one of these two men is able to get the other's shoulders to the mat, that's the only thing the referee's going to do. He doesn't have to worry about disqualification. He doesn't have to worry about count out. The only other thing that's in question is the time of the match, 15 minutes. Certainly it could run out, but otherwise we're going to see a winner within that 15 if someone can actually get the right move going.
And certainly I know that Adrian Hawkins has that in the back of his mind that time is running, and he needs to get this job done. And quick arm whip across the ring, upside down, and lands on the back of his head. Jeremy Bain, very dangerous maneuver there, and takes him by both legs. Now he's trying to hold on and drops it.
pulls him out. Hard impact there with the mat. Vane smartly rolling out of the ring, but that's not going to buy him very much time in this particular match. Oh, knocked off the ring apron right into that metal railing that protects our crowd here at Johnny G's.
And now on the floor again, the referee cannot really count here. And Hawkins with that fist, and no disqualification means he can hit him with his fist all he wants to.
He did inside of the hand on that particular one to protect that fist. He's no dummy. He's not going to go in with those knuckles and risk breaking a finger. But he ended up hitting him with everything he had, and you saw the impact, and you're seeing it again right to the top of the head as he comes in with the hard part of the hand. Sort of a palm strike.
Exactly right, and Hawkins pulls the TV champion up now and rolling back in that ring. He'd like to get the pinfall of the ring, but doesn't have to tonight.
Yeah, that'd be a little bit of a gray area. I don't know if the referee,
does.
I'm not sure. It's not quite a falls count anywhere kind of match, so I'm guessing that the pinfall or submission has to occur in the ring.
He needs to have him in that ring, obviously. Maybe more damage to be done on the floor.
Tries to get him into that railing. Both of them blocking. Jeremy Vane loses that particular exchange. Smashed again into that hard metal railing right in front of the crowd on the far side.
One more time.
Hawkins saying one more time. Dropping that elbow now, and again there's that metal railing, and rams his head right into it, and he goes falling straight down to the concrete floor. Very little padding around that ring, and we may have a quick match here as he's trying to just go ahead and injure the man.
He's hooked him at this point. It looks like he's going to try to slingshot him up, and he did. Didn't get all of that, but got enough of it. Jeremy Vane smashed into that corner pole, and that again, hard metal. I don't think Vane is used to this kind of activity in any match. He's been able to escape this kind of damage. Pretty much he's an expert at doing that, but in this particular match, Adrian Hawkins has been all over him from the bell.
Is Jeremy Vane light heavy metal? Do you know?
I don't think so.
In the ring now, Adrian Hawkins going for that pin, rolls him up the leg, and I thought he could have had him. And somehow the champion kicked out, and now a knee driven right to the lower back and the mid back, and now taking that head now pounding the head. Rear chin lock pulling way back with that knee applied to the center of the back. You can see the champion barely able to keep that arm going as referee checks him.
Well, Hawkins has definitely a couple of agendas here. One clearly is to win this match and win the title. The other clearly is to do as much damage as he can to Jeremy Vane in the process. There's been a ton of frustration going on with Adrian Hawkins in this battle that's been going on now for months here at Rampage Pro Wrestling between Hawkins and Vane. And finally, Hawkins in a match where he has a real opportunity, but Vane, KG veteran that he is, catches him there with the top of the head, comes off, ducks one right there, ducks another, but he's caught in a sleeper.
And that sleeper hold could be the end of the match right here. If Hawkins can stitch it in and lock him in the middle of the ring, then we will have a new TV champion right here. And he is going down quickly. Already had stars, I'm sure, spinning around his head. And now that sleeper is applied. That's going to cut off the oxygen supply.
Don't know how much experience Hawkins has with this particular move, but it looks like he has it cinched in very well. You can see the forearm directly over the carotid artery on the right side of Jeremy V's neck, and he's got that cinched down. Notice that with the hand on the opposite side, pulling the head in that direction, cutting off the blood flow to the brain on that side.
And he's a long way from that ring rope to break this hold, and Tim Wood's very famous for this hold in the past, Mr. Wrestling, as well as Timothy G. Hagan.
One of the great feuds that I remember seeing started when back in the day, as we would like to say, in Florida, a battle of the sleepers between the Olympic star Dale Lewis and a gentleman named Joe Scarpa.
Exactly right, who later became Chief Jay Strombo.
Yeah, it's interesting. He went from Italian to Native American.
You just never know about that lineage.
Well, exactly. He had 1/8 blood of probably quite a number of races.
And Mark Lewin also adapted the sleeper. And on the floor now, he's out of the sleeper and runs him right into that metal railing, trying to retaliate as best he can. You can't take a lot away from Jeremy Vane. He has a lot at stake here. He's going to have to fight his way to keep it now. If you back a rat into the corner, he's going to fight you.
Well, and he's nobody's pushover either. This is a very talented professional wrestler, has held titles all over the Southeast. And while he will avoid the fight with the best of them, he can also bring the fight with the best of them, and he's showing it right here.
And on that floor now, a knee, caught him with a boot, and I believe Vane, while he's trying to retaliate, trying to get a breather, trying to retaliate himself and regain his strength. And in the ring now is Hawkins.
Now, I don't know what Vane is doing here now, but he's walking to the far end, and wait, it looks like he's retrieving his belt. Again, this is no DQ, and he's tried to use this belt in matches before, and it appears that he's going to use it again in this particular match, or at least try. Referee can warn him, but there's not a lot he can do about it, except what he's doing there to try to take it away from him, and certainly that's within the referee's right. And right there's an opportunity for Adrian Hawkins.
Rolls him up from behind, almost got him.
Then I think we have to take a very short break here. We'll be right back, though, fans, right after this commercial.
For over 20 years, when Middle Georgia wants it built right, they trust RK Smith Construction. We specialize in custom homes and remodeling. From start to finish, RK Smith Construction is one-stop shopping. Our trusted vendors supply us with everything from lumber to fixtures. Neat, experienced, and professional, all of our employees are State of Georgia licensed and insured. Contact us today for free estimates on your next building or remodeling project. If you can dream it, we can build it. That's RK Smith Construction.
Since 2005, Middle Georgia's own Dr. Johnny Gayton has been one of the world's most requested teachers in eye care. He introduced astigmatism correction with cataract surgery to numerous U.S. doctors and the nations of China and Hungary. Most recently, he performed life-changing eye surgery on patients in the Philippines and Mongolia and introduced modern cataract surgery to Mongolian eye surgeons. Dr. Gayton helps patients all over the world. He would also like to help you. Eyesight Associates, world-class eye care with a caring touch.
We're back, and now as this TV title match continues, we saw that belt almost come into play. Snap mare now by the champion, Jeremy Vane, as they went back and forth during the break. And now on the mat, the champion has the challenger.
During the break, Adrian Hawkins able to generate a little bit of offense, but as we came back, it was Jeremy Vane again back on offense and controlling. Vane smartly taking Hawkins down, slowing him down, and that's to the champ's advantage.
Remember, this is a 15-minute time limit match with no disqualification and no count out for the RPW TV title. And that title, of course, very coveted because it represents RPW as a TV program.
Well, and both of these men have the kind of professional wrestling finishing maneuver that can come out of nowhere and is very difficult, if not impossible, to escape and to come back from. The unprettier for Adrian Hawkins and the VDT. Each of these can be caught almost at any time, and this could be that kind of match where out of nowhere either one could get their finish move, and we either see a new champion or a champion retain his title that quickly.
Exactly right, and now you see Vane continues to hold the pressure now on the challenger. Adrian Hawkins, referee checking now to make sure Hawkins not wanting to give it up. I don't believe that Hawkins would quit, but it could be that he could pass out.
Well, this is actually more Jeremy Vane controlling him at this point. You pointed out maybe a 15-minute time limit. Vane knows well that he doesn't have to beat Adrian Hawkins. It's the other way around. Hawkins has to beat him. If he can knock him out here, all the greater. If he can simply control him for the balance of the 15 minutes, he still hangs on to his title. It's Hawkins that has to get out of this and has to bring the offense back to Jeremy Vane.
And Hawkins now got a second win for the fans. The fan support does help out. As you can see, and now pounding away retaliation, going for everything he has now against Vane. Arm whip him into the corner. Hawkins goes in with a running elbow. We've seen this momentum before, Bill.
And he caught him twice hard, both times on the right side of Jeremy Vane's face with that elbow. He's now in the corner. Looks like he's hooking him for a suplex. He's brought him back out to the middle of the ring. There it is, snap suplex.
Took a lot out of the champion. You saw he pulled that small in the backhand, only a 2 count, maybe 2.5 count. Vane shaking his head. He knows he's in danger here.
Well, you're not going to be able to pin Jeremy Vane easily. He's not that kind of wrestler. Like I said, he's nobody's pushover. Impactful move there. A combination of a baseball slide and a dropkick maneuver right to the face of Adrian Hawkins, and almost enough for a 3 count, but not enough Hawkins still in this fight. Vane getting frustrated, hooks him again, but still a 2 count.
The referee now tells him it's only a 2 count, not enough to wrap up this match. You know that Vane would like to have the bragging rights to be able to beat the man, even though he doesn't have to keep the title. Certainly he'd like to rub it in his face that he could do it.
Well, and a frustration was setting in. Vane wondering what he has to do to beat this man, but he'll quickly realize he really doesn't have to do that. You can see him automatically, as he thought it through, slowing down and not worrying as much about it. And you're seeing an example there. Brink, the chops, taking his time at this point.
Now Hawkins back to his feet and a hard right hand. You see that hand hurting Vane. He hit him so hard with the knuckles.
Well, exactly so. You saw he came in straight with the knuckles, didn't hit it with all of the power he could have, and if he had, obviously that would have been severe damage to Jeremy Vane, and that alone could have cost him the title.
Exactly right, and now in the corner, Vane comes out with a boot caught by Hawkins.
Oh, not used to seeing that from Jeremy Vane, but beautifully executed. Enziguri to the side of the head. He's got Hawkins. This could be it. No, 2 count.
Again, close call, but not enough. The champion very agitated because he wants to get this match over with one way or another. Now climbing outside the ring, going to that top rope as Hawkins gets up and charges the ropes, and there's your result. The champion straddling that top ring rope turnbuckle, and that could be enough to allow Adrian Hawkins to make the return to this match he wants to make.
Hawkins getting a much-needed rest. Right there, the impact that the lower anatomy of Jeremy Vane had with that top rope has definitely compromised him, and Hawkins getting an opportunity to get some much-needed rest. He's now finally back to his feet, but definitely worse for wear, but so is Vane. Hawkins launches at him, launches again. He had enough rest, and it looks like he's got a little bit of energy now, and that's what he needs at this point in the match with not much time to go.
Went for a backdrop, cut him off with a boot, goes for a clothesline, ducks it again, and back elbow, and spinning off that rope came Hawkins.
Beautifully slingshotting off, getting that extra power. Now he hooks him, takes him down to the knee, hooks him from behind. Belly to back suplex, has him bridged.
Almost had him.
Back elbow by Vane, another elbow by Vane, another elbow. Vane is able to get free. Hawkins rolls away, both men struggling to get to their feet.
Now the champion's up first, and Hawkins moves in, and the champion dunks him over, but Hawkins holds on. I don't think Jeremy Vane saw him. Hawkins climbs up and caught him. A bulldog type maneuver. 2.
Oh!
Almost had him.
And he barely got that shoulder up from our angle, Ben. I couldn't even tell that he had.
I thought he had him, Bill.
Referee was right there on top of it, and a good call by him. A frustrating one for Adrian Hawkins and his many fans here at Johnny G's.
The fans have been waiting for this match. As much as Adrian Hawkins has been waiting, he's trying to rally that support, and he still wants it desperately to gain that title right here.
And Vane is out on his, well, I would say, going to say on his feet, but he hasn't been able to get to his feet. But now he's staggering up. Hawkins patiently waiting for it, but suckered in, it appears. And now inside cradle.
1 count, 2. Reverse rolling cradle by the challenger.
Neither man able to do it.
Close call there both times.
And Vane is crawling toward the corner and ever closer to the belt, and he's got that belt right there in his hands. Fans see it. I don't know that Hawkins does.
I don't think he saw it, but he got a close-up view that time, right in his face.
And it's, again, no DQ, perfectly legal, hooks the leg. This should be it. No!
He kicked out! Somehow, he kicked out after being rammed with that heavy championship belt right in the face.
And Vane not real happy with this referee, pushing on him, and again, he can get away with this, although I don't know how much. Referee pushes him. Vane's grabbing a hold of him. This is not a real good, smart move. But wait a minute.
He's got him. The prettier. He's setting it up.
He's got him hooked for it. He's bringing him around, but no.
No!
A low blow right there by Jeremy Vane. And that, again, not legal, but allowed in this no DQ match.
Now that will slow the challenger down greatly there as he was going for that move. Obviously, Jeremy Vane has studied that move and was prepared for that.
Oh, wait, he's hooked him. The belt is down. Oh, VDT,
the VDT
on the belt.
into the belt. That's got to be it. And he's got a handful of tights, and 1, 2, 3. and not the way that the fans or Adrian Hawkins wanted it to go. But the winner and still RPW TV champion is Jeremy Vane, and whether you like him or not, all of that was legal.
Very much so.
No disqualification.
And each man had the same opportunity to play with the rules and to do what they thought they needed to do to win this match. The dirtier player in this particular game, Jeremy Vane, and he remains your Rampage Pro Wrestling television champion, the face of the company. It may not be a pretty one, but it's one we're getting used to after all these months.
And he just fell out of the ring, getting out of the ring. He's in such bad shape. Great showing there by the challenger. Certainly beat this man down as best he could. But not enough tonight for the RPW TV champion is still the untouchable Jeremy Vane, and perhaps he really is untouchable.
Well, or at least the smarter wrestler this particular night in this particular match, but I have a feeling Adrian Hawkins has not seen the last of Jeremy Vane.